Black Friday is coming and you need to do this. So if you didn't know, Black Friday will be starting within the next 24 hours and this is genuinely one of the craziest times in EASPORTSFC. We're going to be getting promo packs, flash SBCs, flash objectives. It's going to be absolutely mental. And in this video I wanted to show you a ton of things that you can do to make coins in this game and basically get the most out of Black Friday. So starting off, we're going to go over to the quality and we are going to set it to gold rare. And then what we're going to do is we are going to search up on the market. And before I tell you about this first tip, there's a few things you need to think about. I spoke about this in a video from the other day, but basically Black Friday, there's going to be a ton of lightning rounds. There's basically going to be a ton of ways that EA are going to squeeze money out of you. And the first thing that I'm going to say is, do not buy any packs. In addition to that as well, whatever you do, do not spend any money on FC points. If you want to spend money on this game, what you could do is, if you want to build the best team possible in EASPORTSFC, make sure to go and buy some coins from Mule Factory and use the code LECOINS5 for a discount. But all jokes aside, genuinely, do not spend money on this game. It genuinely isn't worth it. Please, save your money. So going into this first tip, I wanted to talk about some things that you could do over the course of the day and basically give you a bit of a blueprint for the day. Now I've broken this down into 3 separate areas. Let's talk about this first one. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is fodder trading. Now if you don't know what fodder is, basically fodder is players like Muller, who isn't really good enough to get into people's teams, but his rating means that he's used for different things like squad building challenges or objectives or whatever it may be, and basically his price is only ever dictated by SBCs and objectives. So using Muller as the example, what I'm going to do to start off with is I'm going to go and check to see how much he's going for. Now around Black Friday time, I think that fodder trading is going to be a massive way to make some coins. Genuinely, it's going to be a really good way to make coins. So he's currently selling on the market, as you can see at the bottom, for around 3,800 coins. So come Black Friday, what you're going to do is you're going to start to do some sniping around these players. Now you have got a couple of different options for sniping. The first option is to just sit here and snipe over and over and over again and hopefully find yourself a decent price to buy this card at. Or what I would recommend to do is go through and try and buy them when they are low, and when they go up, when they are needed for an SBC, you can sell them on. That's more of an advanced method, which I will talk about in a video coming up over this weekend. So get this video to over 4 likes if you want to see more. So what you're going to be able to do is basically buy these cards when they are low, and then when they're needed for a squad building challenge or an objective, is sell them on as quick as possible. Obviously, I don't know what the squad building challenges or the objectives are going to be, but I think fodder trading is definitely an area that you should focus on. Basically, as soon as lightning rounds come out, you need to get sniping these cards. Or what you can also do is this next method. So what I would actually recommend to do instead around lightning rounds, maybe around half an hour to 45 minutes after the initial lightning round comes out, is go through and do some mass bidding. So I know that he's selling for about maybe 3,800 coins. So what I'm actually going to do is set this max price to 3,500. Can't speak. So excited for Black Friday. And then what you're going to do is start to drop bids on as many cards as possible. Now when I'm recording this video, it's a Wednesday, and as you can see, the timer in at the bottom is 26 minutes. This isn't a good time to do this, but come lightning round, you'll be able to drop bids on these cards and you'll be able to make an absolute fortune. Focus on cards between the rating of 82 rating and 88 rating. You'll make the most coins there. Now moving into this next section, I'm going to go over to the squad building challenge tab because I need to talk about squad building challenges. Now like I said at the start, we are going to be getting flash SBCs for Black Friday. Basically what they are is SBCs that come onto the game for maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours time, and as you can see at the minute, a lot of SBCs are expiring. Expires in 5 hours, expires in 4 days. I've got a ton of other ones down here that are expiring very, very soon. Where are they? Where are all the... Not really helping my point here. But you can see here, Thiago Silva expires in 5 hours, Team of the Week player 5 hours. So they are basically prepping at this point, EA, to release a ton of SBCs. So I think that you need to be doing some solution trading around these SBCs, and basically what solution trading is when these flash SBCs come out, you need to go onto the market and basically buy players who fit into those SBCs. Similar to that other method, I don't know what the SBCs are going to be yet, so I can't tell you to invest in specific players, but what I can tell you to do is invest in general filters. So this is what I'm going to show you. Assuming that Black Friday hasn't already started when this video drops, what you can actually do is come over to gold common and go over to a position, typically centre back, and go over to a popular country or a popular league. So for this one, I'm going to go over to country and I'm just going to set it to France. And then what you can actually do is come over to this max buy now and see how much these are going for. As you can see, they're going for like 700 coins. So what you can do is basically just sit on this filter at say like 500 coins and keep refreshing over and over again. Buy anything that you see 200 coins cheaper than what they're actually going for. And then when they're needed for a squad building challenge, you will be able to sell them on for maybe 2,000, 3,000 coins more, just assuming that they get into that SBC. If they're not needed for that SBC though, they won't go up in price, and that's something to bear in mind when you're doing this method. Nothing's guaranteed to go up. It is quite risky, but if you get this right, you can genuinely 10 times, 20 times, 30 times your coins. If you are going to do this as well, stick to the gold commons. What you can also do if you wanted to was go over to bronze common and silver common. This one is a lot more risky, admittedly, but there are some cards that you can buy from silver common or silver rare as well. But genuinely, this one is quite risky, and if you take this mindset into the next method, you'll make a ton of coins there as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to back out and I'm going to go over to the objectives tab. Now recently I've not really been grinding this game out too much. As you can see, I'm literally what, level 6 as part of this season. That's not good. But one thing going into Black Friday that you need to bear in mind is that EA will be doing a ton of different objectives as well. So if we go over to the live tab right here, as you can see in the top, these ones here, the theme Team Pursuit, are expiring in 5 hours. And in my opinion, I think that EA are going to do a ton of different things for Black Friday, for XP, for players, for packs. And similar to that SBC method, what you can also do is go and invest in objectives. So say for example, you come on here and there is a Black Friday themed objective, and you go on and, for example here, Bundesliga, win 3 matches using Bundesliga players. For the Black Friday one, it may say things like you need to use an 83 rated striker with more than 80 pace. And assuming that those are the requirements, I'm not saying that they are the requirements, but if something like that comes out, then what you can do is jump over to the transfer market and you can start to go and trade with players who fit that bill. So using that example of over 82 rated and over 80 pace or whatever I just said, then let's go and find someone who fits that bill. So if we use that example, let's scroll through it and see if I can find any of those players that fit that bill. So for example, Berardi, currently going on the market, I don't know how much he's going for, maybe like, okay, so he's going for what looks like around 7,000 coins. So then what you would go and do is you would start to implement some of the methods that I've already spoken about in this video. So you would go, Berardi? Oh, there you are, Berardi. So you would go through and start to do some sniping around him, you do some mass bidding around him, but you would then also take that knowledge and you would start to invest in upcoming objectives or other squad building challenges. And I really think that if you go through and follow all the things that I've just said and sit on these filters and trade exactly how I've just said, you could probably make yourself easily 50,000, 100,000, maybe even 200,000 coins per hour. And if you want to learn more about Black Friday and what's coming, make sure to click this video here because you will absolutely love it. Oosh.